Hey guys, welcome back to another card making video tutorial on my blog and YouTube channel. Today's video is going to be part of the My Inky Oasis Facebook group blog hop. So this is a just for fun blog hop that a bunch of us get together and do. And if you're interested in joining that group, it's a card making, multimedia, socializing kind of group that we get together and talk about, techniques or products or whatever. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and get on Facebook and join us over there. I'm starting out with Art Impressions My Feet stamp set. It's this cute little monster. And it's a Halloween themed stamp set, but you don't have to use it for Halloween. You could mask off the little pumpkin that's next to him if you wanted to use him for just a cute little monster image. And I've got him on some Crafter's Companion Spectrum Noir cardstock because I'm going to do some Copic coloring. And this is my favorite cardstock for Copic coloring. I find that the ink blends really smoothly and I don't get bleeding easily. So I'm stamping that in Memento Tuxedo Black because it is a dye-based Copic friendly ink. It doesn't bleed with Copics. And I do my best to show you the cap colors of the Copics that I use, but I will have every color listed in the description box if you're interested in specific colors that I use. So I'm going to go ahead and put some music on while I color so you don't get too bored, and I will catch back up with you when that's done. Okay, so the next step I'm going to do is go in with a stencil, and this is a wave stencil from Simon Says Stamp. I just use some post-it tape to adhere that down, and I do have a little bit of tape runner on the back of the colored piece, just to make sure it doesn't shift. And what I also did was stamp the image on some post-it note paper and then cut it out. Just use as a mask over the colored image. So I'm going to go with some distress ink, and I'm kind of doing a back and forth motion versus a circular motion, just because this stencil has wider openings, a little more flexible, and I didn't want it to shift by trying to do circular motions. So I've got some Mermaid Lagoon ink. There's 4 colors I'm going to use. I'm starting with Mermaid Lagoon. And next is Wilted Violet. And I do overlap the colors just to give it a seamless blend. And then next is Blueprint Sketch. And then Chip Sapphire. Then I go back in with whatever colors I want to intensify and add another layer. And you can do this with any of the colors. Most brands of dye ink will work for this. They usually blend really nicely. The reason I used distress ink specifically for this project was because I wanted to heat emboss the background. And distress inks stay wet a little longer than other dye inks. So it did allow me to do that and have the embossing powder stick. Whereas with other dye inks, they dry too quickly. So if you were to do this with other dye inks, you'd want to leave the stencil in place and use a Versamark or other embossing ink pad over the top to apply some wet medium to get the embossing powder to stick, give it something to stick to. So I'm using some Ranger holographic embossing powder. And whenever you're heat embossing, if you've watched my other videos, you've heard this 100 times, you want to let your heat gun warm up for at least 30 seconds. And that way what you're doing is you're applying a high amount of heat directly to the paper, and you're not giving it the chance to warp as easily as if you were applying heat for a longer period of time. So you can see that sparkle start to pop up. And I love the shimmer that it gives. It's so pretty. So next, I have die cut the words Happy and Halloween. These are 2 separate dies. The first one is, it says, Oh Happy Day. And I just wanted the happy. So I just die cut that out of some white glitter paper and some black cardstock. And then the Halloween, these are both Simon Says Stamp dies. The Halloween die is with one of their Halloween stamp sets. And I'll have those linked in the description box if you are looking for those. So I just layer them up, the white on top of the black, to try to give it like a drop shadow look. And I'm just using some Tombow Mono Multi glue for that. I'm going to just put those under some sort of weight. I just had an acrylic block sitting there, so I used that just to give it good adhesion. And I use tiny little dots of glue on these just to prevent too much excess from squeezing out and leaving sticky bits behind. So just doing the same thing with little tiny dots of glue behind the die cuts, and then I will weight those down to fully adhere with more acrylic blocks. And this card would be cute for a birthday. My birthday is on Halloween. And I don't tend to make a lot of Halloween cards just because I don't like to do scary or gory kind of things. So I look for stamp sets that are more funny, more cute if I'm going to do something for Halloween. So if you wanted to replace the Halloween with a birthday sentiment, that would be really simple and easy to do for a Halloween birthday. And you could mask off the pumpkin if you want to use it other times of the year. So here I'm just about to finish up the card. I'm going to add some score tape along the back, top and bottom edge, and then one strip down the middle. And this is my favorite dry adhesive to use. It's super sticky. It does not come off. It will tear your paper if you try to pull it off, so just be careful of that. And then I've got some sequin mixes from Little Things by Lucy's Cards. Love her mixes. They are so pretty. And I pulled out some sequins and some stars in different colors, and I'm just going to adhere those with some multimedia matte, and then that will finish up the card. So thanks for joining me today. Head over to my blog, and that's going to have some information on how to enter the giveaway for the blog hop. And basically what you need to do is just leave some love on every blog in the hop, and then that will enter you in for the prize. So don't forget to hit subscribe and like if you liked watching the video. I hope you did. Let me know what you think. Feedback always helps me do better next time. So thanks for joining me today, guys, and we will see you later. Have a great one. Bye-bye.